I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Could I trouble you for some warm molasses? Little Daffy Duck. I love when Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Full Circus. My name is Tristan Sartoris, and friends and foes, actually, I'm happy to be here with you guys today, okay? If there are any haters out there, if anybody wants to see me fall, I'm not saying I want to see you rise. I'm not that big of a person, but I'm getting that big in the gym. I'm kidding. I'm wearing double layers. It's making me feel even better about my protein intake. But I am always thrilled to have anybody who's, excited or dangerous enough to join us on an excursion through conversation. Happy, and welcome. Real quick, before we go anywhere, I have to remind you guys again, this is your last chance to submit some very spooky and scary tales to this upcoming week's episode of the podcast, the Halloween special. Ghouls, ghosts, goblins. You know what? I've been limited to just the spiritual and just the lingering souls through limbo. But if you have any sort of supernatural or paranormal, feel free to submit those, okay? I would love it if somebody's like, yeah, I saw a goblin. I'm like, all right, well, tell me more, okay? I don't believe in goblins either. Quite frankly, I don't know if I believe in zombies or ghouls. I don't know what a ghoul is, okay? But I'm willing to say it ain't real. So please submit. We'll be picking a couple. It'll be a very fun, spooky, and exciting time. Hopefully. Okay. Usually I just go, that was pretty spooky, but still ain't real. I'm willing. It's not that I don't want to believe. I do. I want to partake. I want to be a part of this culture, this fun. Yeah. But I need more. Submit your evidence. Give me physical evidence. Mail it into the show. Why not? You're like, hey, this is the freaking arm that was severed. I'm like, all right, this is some pretty good stuff. I'm not on board quite yet, but pretty close. So anyways, yes, guys, please submit your stories to the show at FullCircusPodcast@gmail.com. We will go through those. We will have a swell, spooky time. Looking forward to it. Happy Halloween. And furthermore, guys, I hope you're excited. Hope you're excited for the festivities. Hope you're excited for the time. 'Tis the season. It's the last little remnants of, you build up these festivities, at least I do, all throughout September and all throughout October, and it's hard to see them come to a close, but at least Christmas is around the corner. Hold on, excitement. Freaking stay down, excitement. Stay down, I get so excited for Christmas. But it's a nice little grand finale. Happy to be here. Sad to see it go. Man, I hate to see her go, but I love to watch her leave. Or however that saying goes. So, hope you're enjoying the festivities. Hope everybody's got their costume planned. I sure do. It's a banger. Can't wait to return all of it, get my money back, and go out there, get some candy. I don't really know all the plans or all the sort of adventuring that I want to do throughout Halloween besides this show. You guys are my focal point, but go out there and conquer. I've been trying to make Halloween about conquering fears. How often are we scared? Pretty often. A lot of you, you're fearful. Heights, claustrophobia, public speaking, roller coasters, for one, freaking politics. How many things are scary? How often do you wake up and you go, ah! Whether you had a bad dream or you're just scared of life, or you're scared of the bed sheets that you're in, you're scared of, maybe somebody broke into your house. Life and things are terrifying, and we can admit that. But go out there and face those things, whether it's heights or roller coasters or small spaces or letting somebody break in just to conquer that, okay? Don't live in fear and be like, oh, I gotta worry about them unlocking these windows. Just leave them unlocked. Let someone come in and face that. You gotta be willing to conquer these things. So that's what Halloween is about for me. For other people, there's a big debate. A lot of people go back and forth, and they go, whether is it about Dia de los Muertos, I think is how it's said. I'm not entirely sure, but I like spreading, not misinformation, but Tristan's information, and I don't know. Hopefully that's close. But I think that's about, honoring the Day of the Dead and remembering not necessarily the fallen, but the passed away. I've seen Coco. It's beautiful. I shed a tear. And a lot of people find it very demonic and very scary and very dark. And I'm not going to tell anybody to live Or I'm like, guys, I'm not going to tell anybody to live. It's Halloween, die, and we'll remember you. I'm not going to tell anybody how to live their lives. A lot of people are anti-Halloween. I was for a while. So I don't like to give advice on what to do because, one, you guys never take it. And two, I quite enjoy being the happiest person on the planet. And if you guys start taking my advice on how to live, you might just enjoy this ride as much as I do. And I prefer to be up here. So I have advice. Trust me, it's really good, and it's an important way to live. But you're just not ready for it. So anyways, hope you guys are having a blast. Hope Halloween is going your way. Speaking of Halloween, we got this is just a little teaser, dude. There's a little bit of candy here in the background. I am fighting so hard. What I'm scared of is discipline, and I'm trying to wake up and challenge that each and every other day. So today's not a candy day, but tomorrow, when I wake up, I'm going to go, ha! Yes! Excitement. And two, look at this, man. Okay? That right there is a freaking sword. Okay? I have been trying to hang that up. I'm not really. Okay? By trying, I mean, I bought the thing months ago, said I would, didn't. But I have been wanting to try to hang that up for months now, and it looks so great, dude. I'm so thrilled. It's so cool. Swords are so cool. I know a lot of people worry about life and how to get through things. Again, life is scary, but I tell you what, you get a sword, it's different, okay? I mean, it's hard for me to say. Again, I'm a pretty childish guy by nature, but you give a guy a sword instantly, he's 12 years old, and there's no problem. There's no problems, okay? What does a guy with a sword have to fear? Literally, dude, you see me on Halloween? I mean, what am I worried? Like, look at this. What am I worried about, dude? I've got a freaking sword, okay? You freaking goblins and ghouls, if they're ready, I'm like, fling, shh, shh. So I've been playing with this thing left and right, and I don't know. I don't know if there's anything cooler than a sword. I don't think there's anything cooler than having a sword. And again, dude, like if somebody's trying to break into your house, like if you want to face that, I mean, how easy is that to do with a sword? Sure, you could buy a gun, but how much cooler is it to have, like, okay, I'm here. I'm just like, oh, you know, I'm just trying to wash this window. Hope nobody sneaks up. Oh, what? Psych! Look out, dummy. You broke into the wrong house. I've got a sword. You ever seen an Italian samurai before? Measure once, cut twice. Whoops. Oh, what is that? A bad guy? Not anymore. Step off, stupid. I'm a guy with a sword. Whoa. Stay back, man. I didn't mean anything. God, he's got a gun. Who? Doesn't matter, because the confidence that this gives you, unparalleled. In fact, for some reason, I'm not scared of anybody. I'm not scared of a gun. I'm not scared of a cannon. I'm not scared of a freaking meteor. Look out! Don't worry. He's got it. I know I'm a bit reckless with this thing, and I'm sure my mom's scared because she cares about me, but hopefully other people are impressed. It's so freaking sick, dude. I hope somebody breaks. What? You trying to mug me? You trying to walk into my place of establishment? You trying to interrupt the podcast? You trying to interrupt a guy with a sword? Also, I mean, how easy would conversation be? Nobody's interrupting you. You're like, oh, so anyways, you're like, actually, what? Stop it. Stop. On guard. So this is pretty sick. I didn't mean to derail the podcast entirely, but I hung this up, and that's all I really wanted to show you, and now I'm playing with a sword. I'm not beating the autistic allegations. I know a lot of people like to call me that for some reason, and I got a sword, so I don't really... You know what? You to call me names, dude? I've got a sword. Are you kidding me? Dude, here's what I think, man. The Italian mafia, why have guns? Dude, just a bunch of greasy Italians, like, hey, whoa. What'd you say about my baby brother? Huh? You gonna talk to him like that in front of me? I don't think so, pal. Hey, we're gonna whack him. Literally, we're gonna whack him. Ooh, that was close. Shink! Ow! Freaking, I'm bleeding. Now, how did that happen? There's nothing cooler than a sword, man. You can't show off, like, you can show off a gun, but you can't just freaking fire it inside. You probably shouldn't be playing with a sword either inside. I don't know. There's power. It's like pulling Excalibur, which is a sword, but pulling just any time. I don't know. It's making me feel important, and I can't stop doing it. It's an addiction, but I would like to be, like, I'm not just going to have this on the wall. I've been carrying this around left and right around my apartment. I've been wanting to butter my toast. Like, dude, imagine an Italian at a freaking deli. It's like, oh, what is it? It's just a cut the prosciutto, you know? Like, I'm fling, fling, fling. Man, swords are cool. So, anyways, guys, get a sword. Have somebody sneak up on me. Oh, what's that? Just a nice little day? Huh? You? What? Ooh. That was like that. Ha-ha! I see you've tried to break into my house. Well, fool, you are mistaken. Prepare to get sliced. Would you like a sandwich? I've got prosciutto. Ha-ha. So, guys, get a sword. It's good for you. Oops. It's not necessarily good for production. It's not necessarily good if you're easily distracted, because I was supposed to be doing something, the show. But I got a sword, man. I just want to play with it. I really do. And I'm going to. And I just did. So go out there, get a sword. If you're scared of swords, get a sword, man. And Mom, if you're scared of seeing me with a sword, watch me play with the sword. It's you got to conquer that. We're all conquering things, okay? I'm 26. Oh, dude, speaking of stabbing, did you see the whole Mark Sanchez thing? I don't have all the details because I got bored reading the article, but for people that are uninformed, let me spread what information I do have. Mark Sanchez, an ex-NFL quarterback known widely for the butt fumble, where he ran into his own lineman's rear end and fumbled it, he got stabbed a few days ago as of recording this. And it was a huge thing, came all out over the headlines, urgent updates in the bottom of the screens, and they're cutting to freaking the news breaks, and Mark Sanchez has been stabbed, and everyone's praying, everyone's, hoping, everybody's, other freaking, no, right? Tweeting, and it was a whole big scary debacle, and then it came out that he got stabbed by trying to rob somebody. So it just goes to show, we're so quick to make people the innocent ones, but I guess he was drunk and there was some guy that was unloading. Like, it was just an older guy. He had parked his truck and he was like unloading, I think, ale, kegs, could have been anything, furniture, couches, swords. And I don't know if the guy had a sword. I don't know what he stabbed it with. It wasn't in the report, but Mark Sanchez, he got into a fight with the guy. I think he attacked this old man, tried to break into his truck, and then he got stabbed. So just goes to show that even if ex-NFL quarterbacks come up on you, if that's one of your biggest fears, you get a sword, dude. It's sorta the best. So cool. But anyways, yeah, that was really nuts. It's weird when people rally behind somebody and we're all making this big effort, like, please be okay, please be okay. And you're like, wait a minute, justice already occurred. What are we doing? But again, I don't want to accidentally spread too much because we've already been proven right that it can be misleading. So freaking double Uno reverse, where it came out where the guy stabbed him before he did anything. Maybe they both got stabbed. Maybe they were both drunk. Maybe they both broke into each other's vehicles. There's always more information. I think that's the real message of the day, is that no matter how much information you have, there's always more. You think you have all the data. There's always new things to learn. How often have you been playing a board game and you think you're pretty good at it, and somebody unlocks that last little rule? It's like, well, actually, you can skip a space if you have the matching color. And you're like, what? Since when? This was Chutes and Ladders. I thought I understood the game. But no. There's more at play. There's more at stake here. So lest ye get stabbed to have to understand that. Anyways, what is going on in the world outside of that? I'll tell you what's happening in my life currently. I just had a call back, and it went well, for one. Okay. It's always nice when it goes well because you know what's crazy is that my entire life revolves around performance, and I get nervous here, kind of, and I think that's just because I care a lot. But with acting and voice acting or comedy or any sort of stage, it's so awful that it's my whole life. It's my whole career. And I have the worst stage anxiety of all time, dude. It was a huge callback. It was a really big deal for me. And moments before we hop into this call, all I can think about is, I'm just not going to go into the call. I'm going to give up. I'm never going to do this ever again. I'm going to go work at McDonald's. I'm going to do DoorDash. I'm going to go do something else for the rest of my life. I don't want to do this anymore. It's too nerve-wracking. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Let me out. And it's crazy. And after I do it, I'm like, this is amazing. I'm the best. It's so fulfilling. But in the moment, dude, I love having performed. I don't like performing, I don't think. I think there's something in my brain like, I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. But the satisfaction of like, oh, I've done it is so beautiful. And I love making something. I love creating something. But there's something about live performance that scares the freaking crap out of me. And luckily, I've made it this far by, the whole fake it till you make it thing is oh so true. I pretend that I'm so comfortable. Like, dude, you're so casual. You're so fun, easy to talk to. I'm like, my legs are shaking, dude. All right? My shoes are filled with urine. I'm pissing myself to fear. And I'm conquering that because it's Halloween. Roundabout! Let's go. So that was a really nerve-wracking thing. And I just want to let anybody else know if you guys face stuff like that. Actually, you tell me if you have a solution. Let me know. I was going to give you advice. I don't have any advice. It sucks. It sucks so hard, man. And you have to keep on doing it. And then you do it one time, and then they come back again. They're like, well, we have another part that we would like to. Like, stop. I've made it just far enough where I have to constantly live in fear. And I don't mean to complain about that. I'm very fortunate. But it is my absolute nightmare. So it's really, really strange. It's not just, I think public speaking I'm fine with, but it's performance. And if there's any therapists out there or freaking, you guys let me know. Let me know what's going on. Oh, dude, that's another thought I was thinking about for this Halloween special is, I want to do something extra dumb and whimsical and campy. And I feel like maybe if there's a way to hire a witch, or a hypnotist or somebody who thinks they know it, or a psychic, somebody who thinks they're in touch with that. But I don't want to like just bring them on and make fun of them to their face. But if they came on the show and we interviewed them, could I do that while openly being like, I don't believe in this, but I'm willing to let you perform? You know what? Because I think that's better for me, is that I don't want to be the one performing, but I'm glad to let anyone else take the stage. So I don't know. I think that there could be something there, but I don't even know what I'd ask a witch if I got the chance. Is it real? Is there magic? How many curses do you have? Is there a finite amount of curses that you can do in a day? You know, like if you ever get cut off in traffic and you're like, freaking, I'm all out. So I don't know. It could be really fun. It could be really stupid. But I don't even know if you guys know any witches, any warlocks or psychics or freaks. you know anybody very interesting like that? Let them know that, one, I'm not buying it, but I would like to buy it. Okay, I will pay somebody to come on here, maybe buy a number of different warlocks and witches, and like interview them one after the other and go, oh, you know what, your spells are better than his. Like, hire them all. Are there Fiverr witches? All right, is there like freelance witchcraft going on that I could be like, all right, this is a $5 spell, gets you freaking, hey, lit the candle, and then $10-15, like freaking, you're like, whoa, you burnt that house down. So I don't know. Maybe there could be something really cool there. I gotta investigate. And if you guys, not only just ghost stories, but if you've had any run-ins with a witch, feel free to tell me that as well. And if we're able to have some supernatural people on the show, maybe we can talk about that and get together. But anyways, could be super interesting for sure. What else is happening? I have had so much cash in my wallet. This sounds like a flex. It's not. It is not new money. It is my money being turned into cash. When we go golfing and then my dad pays me in cash, or I'm selling something for my brother and then I get the cash from Marketplace and I just sell him the money back. So I keep removing all the money from my bank account and putting it into my wallet, which is not safe. And that's one of my biggest fears, but I got a sword now, so I guess I don't really need to put it back in the bank, but I did. I went to the ATM, and I don't know why every time you go to the ATM, there's always somebody who's never been there ever before. And look, I'm eternally patient with the elderly or somebody who doesn't understand, but if you're like 30, okay, if you've been playing the game for a little bit, I feel like there's only two buttons. It's either withdraw or deposit. You hit the button and you skedaddle, get out of there. But I sat behind this person for probably 17 minutes, and they were cussing and they were swearing and they were cursing, not like a witch, but like it took a long time. It took a long time, and you can like see the bankers, the tellers, or whatever they're doing. They're just typing away on the computer. They're all like looking at this person. I'm looking back and it's like, I don't know. Can you like show them? Like, is there anything you can do? And maybe I should just went inside, but that's on me, guys. That is on me for not being smarter, not being quicker. But this comes back around to where I'm wrong, because when I got to the bank, and this might have been what they were complaining about, they're not accepting cash. They're like, sorry, deposit is closed. And I was like, what? What do you mean? I have all this freaking cash. I have all this money I got to deposit. I mean, what do you mean you can't put money in the bank? You have it all? Oh, we're the bank. You know what? We've had enough. The bank's content, guys. We've made enough money. We have enough money. The storage is full. Okay? The vault, we have no room for your dollars, Tristan. What do you mean I can't deposit my money to the bank? That's what the bank is for. What do I do with it? Bury it? Put it into gold? Hide it under my mattress? I don't know. I don't have a piggy bank, okay? But that's kind of how it feels. Like there's a finite amount of room in the bank. So I went through there very upset, and I was like, oh, I get what you're doing. Now, I didn't spend an inordinate amount of time doing this. I went, what the frick? And I drove off. And then I came back around half an hour later, and it was fixed. But I don't know, man. It's pretty inconvenient. I'll also say this, man. Why does the bank have why does the ATM, the drive-through ATM, have Braille on it to help you read? Braille is very handy, okay, especially for the visually impaired. That being said, if you're visually impaired, if you can't see the freaking giant screen that says withdraw or deposit, maybe you shouldn't be driving to the drive-through. I just don't feel like that's a really applicable place to put Braille, That's like putting Braille on a stop sign. It's like, hey, you shouldn't really need to do that. And you're like, what is that? What is that? Oh, stop. Why is it on that? You should not be in the driver's seat at that point. Let's put Braille on the highway exit signs. What is it? There's no good reason for there to be Braille. I get it. Very helpful, but you shouldn't be driving. So I don't know. It was a very inconvenient time. Either way, I eventually got the money in the bank. I can't remember if there was another thought to go with that. No, it was deposited. It all went well. Eventually. Anyways, guys, I think that's pretty much everything I have to talk about in my life and the immediateness. If you want to know what's going on with me, peep the sword. I'll also be really excited to decorate this place for Halloween, and we'll see. I mean, there's a lot of new stuff that we didn't have last year before. For one, carpet. I mean, it was freezing in here, so it'll be cool. Also, this is another thing that you can add to the show or add to your questions. This, if you want to write to your story, if you want to write, one, what your costume is or your best costume, and two, I would like to know what people think the best Halloween candy is. Okay, I have a very, very specific take. It's a stance, and I think I'm right, and I think a lot of people would agree with me. But I've said it before, but I'm going to reveal it on the next episode for those who don't already know. There is a right answer. There is a best Halloween candy, and I'm saying it. If you disagree with me, I'm not threatening you, but I'm just mentioning I have a sword. So there is that. But actually, before we go, I think maybe this could be fun. I usually, if I see something interesting, I like to kind of talk to it for let me talk to it for a minute. Let me talk to that interesting thing for a minute. But I was kind of just trying to patrol through the news and not click on anything and see if there's anything there. So this might turn into a 10-minute segment. This might be 90 seconds. All right. I make no commitments because, well, I can do that. We all have free will, right? But I have even freer will because I'm a sword owner. There we go. I think I've said that enough times. Anyway, I didn't mean to say anyways twice. That sucks. My biggest pet peeve is saying the same word within 4 sentences of each other. You know, when you end a sentence and you go, well, that was really weird. And then you talk about something. Yeah, it was just really weird. You go, you should have used odd or bizarre or awkward or something else that meant that. And I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. So, however, what's another word for anyways? Therefore, henceforth, here's a couple articles that are at the top of Google News, which is for me, it says, which is always an interesting little rabbit hole to go down. It's rarely ever for me because all I click on is football stuff. And what do we have here? Number 1, Trump plows past concerns over East Wing demolition. Oh, I saw something like this earlier. I saw some stories. People were up in arms about some sort of demolition. I didn't keep up on it. Again, don't really care. But there's a big outrage. So President Donald Trump has proceeded with an enormous latitude as he constructs his massive new ballroom. What? While it's not clear how much larger, Trump did say Wednesday that the ballroom is expected to cost $300 million. Why? Interesting. $300 million for what is it? Can Trump dance? What are they doing? Why do they need a ballroom? What is the White House really doing that you need a 300? I mean, I guess political affairs. I guess you have people there. I guess it's nice when you win the Super Bowl and you go, like, I don't know. I mean, I've never been invited. Maybe they're partying. Maybe that's, people just know that. And you're like, you need a bigger ballroom. The White House says it will submit plans for White House construction. So did he just knock down the East Wing without any plan? In order to do it properly, we had to take down the existing structure. So he said that after a tremendous amount of study with some of the best architects in the world, the determination was made that the East Wing had to knock it down. So they knocked down the ballroom and everybody's up in arms. Now, I don't really care. I'm curious why this section, it's from 1942. I guess there's history. That does suck a little bit, you know. Who cares? I mean, I'm not really, this isn't really a good one for me to read because I'm not, that's the problem with this stuff is like, I don't know, even if I cared, even if my father built that East Wing, I'd be like, it was time for a new one. You know, like I don't know if I care enough about this stuff. So is it the left wing? Is it the right wing? I know it's the East Wing. But who's upset about it? It doesn't really matter. Not that it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really say. But it doesn't really, in the grand scheme of things, I mean, extraordinary for sure. $300 million, dude. Think about what you could do. You could build a second Brown Stadium. So anyways, that's not really cool. We're going to skip out of that. I'm not, that's what I was talking about. We're just going to move on. If there's nothing interesting there, I'm out. Ooh, here's one. NFL. Okay. So Bad Bunny out, George Strait in. This is by Curtis M. Wong. NFL breaks silence. Oh, this is another one. Dude, I'm so well informed, I guess. I see Instagram stories. Oh, yes. Okay, so Bad Bunny, Puerto Rican, I want to say, artist. He is performing for the Super Bowl halftime show. And after he was chosen, he's a big artist, apparently. I've never heard his music, but I listened to The Greatest Showman on repeat, so what do I know? He said something about performing in Spanish, and he's like, well, you have a few months to learn. And everybody got up in arms about, oh, how dare you sing songs that I don't know the word. Dude, just learn. You don't have to learn Spanish. Learn the words. Like, even if Selena Gomez performed, I'm not going to know her songs. I have to learn the words to the... And why is it so important that you know the song? The halftime show sucks. The halftime show has never been interesting, dude. The halftime show has never been good. I know some people watch it still because they have like that sort of 80s or 90s feel, or Michael Jackson came out, I was like, oh my gosh, we're witnessing live. Like, the halftime show is so lame. It's so pointless, especially if you're there for the football game. I'm like, let's get on with it, man. Another thing where it's just, so anyways, I guess somebody made a petition, 70,000 signatures. They're trying to get George Strait to replace Bad Bunny. I don't even know a George Strait song. I couldn't even tell you one. I'm sure I know a couple, but I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. Maybe I do know Bad Bunny music. I have no idea, man. But what a weird... The things that people really choose to care about, the things that you guys... Look, I'm not saying... Let me stop, okay? I don't want to get too angry, and I don't want to invalidate your feelings. But it doesn't matter. And if that's invalidating, then I guess I am. So the left wing is worried about the ballroom, and the right wing's like, oh, friggin' halftime show. You guys, I just feel like there's better things you can do with your 70,000 signatures and however many millions and however many people. There's other things to do than worry. Like, so what? There's going to be a new ballroom. There's going to be a new halftime show. Life goes on. You can buy a sword, man. If your life is in peril, if everything that you know is being toppled as we speak, buy a sword and things will get better, okay? And again, I don't mean to give you advice, but if you take it, you'll be happier. Those are words to live on. So anyways, we're going to get out of the news section. There's not really much there that is hidden on it. It's just kind of the news is always just people complaining. The news, at least for my For You page, it is just, this is what happened and these are why people are upset. It's never, this is what's going on and people are thrilled about it. Never happens. So I don't know. It's just hard to read the news because every time I look at it, I'm just like, why? Who cares? Who actually cares? Like, why? There's better things. There's bigger things, but you can care. All right, let me say that again. Okay, cast the reel, and then I brought it back. I'm like, I don't actually want to fish, but maybe I'll dip it, but I'm going to come back. You know what? You can care. You don't have to. You probably shouldn't, but you can. And that's the beauty of free will, is that you are free. Didn't mean to say two words that close together, but you can care and put your energy elsewhere. And wherever you want. I will say, however, life tends to be a lot better, at least with these little menial things like that, if you don't give it that much, what's a good word? Credence? What's a good word? Freaking credibility? No. What's a good word? Importance. It's a bottom tier one. Like, that's not a lot of points in Scrabble, but you know what? We'll have to go with it. You know what? It's just a lot easier to not be so concerned about some things, I guess. And maybe that's ignorant. Maybe that's naive, but it sure is easier to live, dude. There's things. There's swords. Need I say more? So anyways, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thanks for being here. I love you to pieces, and you can complain, you can love, you can hate, you can worship, you can have fun, you can have frowns, okay? Be people, do your things. And if if you're scared, okay, if I'm scared of complaining, maybe I'll start complaining more. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. I have a sword. Life can't get better, and I'm sorry for saying it so often, but I'm having a ball. Yes, anyway, so thank you guys again for being here. The Halloween episode is coming at ya. Up next, I got lots of decorating to do. And go out there, face your fears, live your life, smile as much as you can. And you know what? If complaining is going to make you feel better, then you know what? Gosh dang it, do that. You care about something, I guess. I would choose maybe something a little bigger, but you know what? If signing that halftime petition is like, you're like, man, my week was down, but then that George Strait petition came through. Like my week sucked, but then I saw that petition to get George Strait in the halftime show, and oh, am I feeling better? Oh man, my week was terrible. Things were going so bad, but then I posted about how stupid this demolition was, got a ton of likes. Things ain't so bad. And I know I'm doing that in a bit of a mocking tone, but genuinely, if that makes you feel better, do that. So guys, again, I love you. Even if I make fun. I'm not even making fun. I mean, I don't know who listens to this show, but hopefully the insane, because I'm happy to be insane with you. I'll see you. I love you. Hope you're having a happy, happy Halloween. And even if you don't celebrate it, you got to know somebody dead. Okay? So remember them. Ugh, didn't mean to burp in your ear in the last second. We almost made it. Guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.